Good morning.
Icon piled upon icon, so no need for extensive introductions. Dolph Lundgren, Harrison Ford, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, the bearded one, well, the white bearded one is Mel Gibson, Jason Statham, Wesley Snipes, Antonio Banderas. The front row was, as I said, Victor Ortiz, Glenn Powell, Helen Lutz, Randy Couture, Skip One, Mr. Kelsey Grammer, and Director Patrick Peters. And last but certainly not least, let me cut to the chase. She is martial arts goddess Ronda Rousey. And the first question, if the mic can come right here.
Oh, sorry for eating the cookie. They taste so good. I highly recommend it. Anyway, in the first one, I didn't know which direction to go because it was experimental and mostly it was more dramatic, R-rated, a lot of violence, and a little bit of comedy, and then some heavier scenes done by Mickey Rourke. The second one, I think we went too far into comedy and started doing too many one-liners, and I thought, okay, let's try to be funny. Then I realized we should get more back to dramatic, and that when men and women talk among themselves that have known each other, there's a kind of human comedy, not jokes, human comedy, and that's what comes out. But when the action starts, I don't like to do joke action. I don't like, I like it to be real, where the audience goes, oh, okay, it was fun up until a moment, and now it gets serious. Because you want the audience to feel that there is real jeopardy. So I believe that we finally got it right on the third one, kind of like marriage.
Marco from Croatia, question for Alan.
I'll just talk loud.
Stop touching the mic.
It was, you know, it's storytelling. It's fun. Great bunch of guys to work with, and lady to work with. It was fun. I had very short period of time on the film, but the work was concentrated and skillful.
Yeah,
everybody involved, moved quick, and we had a good time. I had a good time.
I had a great time. Actually, Harrison was fantastic. You know, I've known Jesus. Actually, I think Lincoln was in the White House when we first met. We go back a long time, and you know, it's just the beauty of this movie is that you get to work with guys that have directed their own movies, started their own films. They come from diverse backgrounds, and we get to hit the bottom.
Yeah, I talked a lot in this movie, and practically improvised the whole entire thing. No, I would like to say something, you know, in the term of the new guys in actually the Expendables and this franchise, this type of movies has something to say that has to do a little bit with my community, the Spanish community. When I got to Los Angeles 23 years ago, somebody on the set of Mambo King said to me, "Are you going to stay here? You're going to try pursue a career in America?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I may try." He said, "Well, you're going to play villains the whole life, you know, in comes to you, you're going to be the bad guy.
How did you go about developing that character to make him believable?
Firstly, I don't think he's the bad guy. I really no. I think all those guys are bad guys. I'm the good guy. I mean, you have to look at it that way. How did I go about developing? Well, a lot of it was written, and then Sly and Patrick were very generous. You know, if you had ideas or concepts, you know, they were very open to sort of having me write them and use them. So it was kind of fun.
Okay. I don't know actually if your first answer get into your mic wasn't on actually.
Oh, you mean the tequila
yes,
line?
Can you say
it was trying to be funny, but I don't know if it didn't work.
Say it again, please.
Swedes are known for their comedy, by the way. They really are.
We'll take a question here.
And so, you know, then come the vision developed kind of organically. And then all of a sudden, you know, it was kind of become the vision who has bigger muscles and who is using bigger guns, who is killing people in the most efficient way, who is killing more people in every one of the movies, and we will be calling each other and says, I killed 49 people, how about you? And Sly will call me and says, well, I just killed 78 people in this movie, and this is how it will go. And so it was kind of a competition.
It's true.
It never, ever was a time where, you know, I did not have the utmost respect for him, and I admired him, because Sly is, for me, not only in show business, you know, an idol, but also so many other things. I mean, if you think of his art, when you think of him as a painter, now you don't have to act now kind of like shy, because that's not you. He's an extraordinary painter, and I watched him paint, and I have, of course, some of his paintings. And he's unbelievable, you know, and in music he's so talented, in producing, and directing, and writing, and acting, and so multi-talented. So when you talk about, what do we talk about? There's so many different subjects to talk about when you're not making a movie. When you're hanging out at his house, or when he's coming over my house, or just you're hanging out and traveling around. And
You're killing me.
He gets very uncomfortable when you talk.
Oh, his lines are, you're better at chess, you're better at this, you're better at politics, you're better at everything.
Okay, we understand. You're tough. You don't have a monster. But anyway, so there's a great guys that made it fun for me to hang out with them on a personal level and to also work with them on movies.
Yeah. This is true.
Competition was stiff in the 80s.
It was.
I think we can all agree that in 2014 it's not so stiff now.
Hey! What? Yourself down.
Question over here.
I'm just delighted to be involved. We haven't started filming yet, but we have a great script and a wonderful cast. J.J. Abrams is a director at the top of his game, and I'm looking forward to it. Great fun. And this was also a great fun. I mean, the dirty little secret of this is that making movies, being an actor, is really a great job. It's really fun. It's amazing.
Does that mean we're going to see you in more than one Star Wars movie?
I'm sorry.
I guess that's your answer. You're going to hate me for this, guys, but I'm afraid our time is up. Thank you all very much for doing